Welcome to Sitting Up in My Room, where we talk about everything transformation, beauty, becoming, and so much more. Today we are going to be talking about healing. Healing does not always look soft, and I think we've romanticized healing. Healing is not always bubble baths and journaling. I know when we create videos online, we start with bubble baths with the wine on the side, journaling with the pen, which, don't get me wrong, all of those things are great. But bubble baths and such is more of a self-care thing. Journaling is healing because you can let out your thoughts. But I want it to be where it doesn't become just something you do, but something that actually is helping you on your healing journey. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I started and stopped and start and stop and start and stop journaling so much. But once you find a time to actually get some journaling in, you can definitely let a lot out. Ask yourself questions. Throughout the time that maybe you realize you asked your question, be mindful and pay attention to that question popping up for you. Healing a lot of times and sometimes is distancing yourself. Not because you want to, but because it's needed. In some seasons, distancing yourself, you need those quiet moments, those silent moments, those still moments with you, God, and your pen and paper. Sometimes it's just you getting on your knees. Sometimes it's just you crying out loud. Sometimes it's just you worshiping in your bedroom. Whatever that looks like, distancing yourself doesn't always mean a bad thing. Now, will it come with questions on why you're distancing yourself? Why I haven't seen you? Some relationships and friendships even fall off because of you distancing yourself. Now, if you feel the need, go ahead. I would suggest just communicating that. Look, in this season, I need to really be with myself, be with me and God, be with my thoughts. It's nothing against you. I just need a moment. When I get back to the space that I need to be in, I will definitely reach back out. Or something like that. I think a lot of times people take in that, oh, what did I do? Did I say something wrong? Why they don't want to talk to me? Why they don't want to hang with me? It's me. But you're not really looking at the bigger picture. Why is this person distancing themselves? Have they been going through a lot? I feel like a lot of times, I'm big on this, and I may say this a lot of times, sitting up in my room, but also learning to read the room that you are sitting in is huge. And I think a lot of times people lack the reading the room. For me, if you're able to read the room, it can tell you so much. I can tell when some of my friends or family is going through something, because I can read their body language. I can read certain things, and that right there will tell you a lot. Like, okay, you know what? This distance is needed. Don't take it personal. It ain't about you. It's not always about you. So healing can cost you some relationships. I've seen it happen. Grieving what you thought it would be. I touched on this in my first episode. I really had to get to the point grieving what I thought things would be. I thought I would be a full-time entrepreneur right now, which I'm not grieving that because baby, that's still gonna happen. But had to grieve the fact that I'm not married and I'm an empty nester. I had to actually grieve the fact that I am an empty nester, and it's not exciting as people think it would be. I'll touch on that in another episode. So you have to grieve that. I had to grieve that certain chapters in my life had to close. I had to grieve certain relationships. One that I thought, baby, you couldn't tell me this man wasn't about to be my husband. What you be? This is bae. This is my man, my man, my man. Had to grieve that. I had to grieve the fact that I cut off my locks after 7 years. There's just certain things when you're healing and going through things, that's letting the old you die. That old me that put up with people pleasing and all the, what do you call the word? Compromising and being the bigger person. Grieve her. She no longer exists. Whatever you need to grieve, grieve her. That is letting that old you die. Sometimes we have to let go without closure. There ain't a conversation needed. We just don't align, and that's okay. For me, though, I will say I don't think I am on the side of letting go. I wouldn't say it, okay, I'm put it like this. For me, letting go with closure doesn't exist. I tell you why we no longer align or why I no longer want to be in this space so you can move forward with whatever journey you need to. And I say that because I've been ghosted, and being on the ghosted side, you can overthink. What did I do? What could I have done? Now you go from one relationship to the next, and now I'm overexerting myself. I'm super people pleasing. You know what I'm saying? I'm over compromising. And just to be able to tell somebody why this isn't going to work out, you don't got to be nasty about it. Just a conversation, communication goes a long way. I feel like I've done my ghosting, okay? When I see it don't work, baby, we ain't got to talk about nothing. Sometimes I just give you a heads up, like, okay, we've talked about this, if I peep it again, I can't be around you. But I still let you know why I can no longer be in your space. And I don't think closure, a lot of time closure is taken as, well, why, I need to know why we don't work out and what we could. No, you don't need to do all that. We don't align because of A, B, and C. It can be short, sweet, and simple, and leave it at that. Don't got to be this, again, grand closing. I don't want to be with you because you always do this and that. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Talking from experience, okay? But that was the old me back in the day. That girl been gone. She been died off. She was a nasty little feisty little something. But that's another topic for a different day. Like I said, this is not perfection. This is about becoming how I was becoming, the steps I took to becoming her. Baby, it's not pretty. Healing is not pretty. You have to, we talk about relationships, but we don't talk about also friendships that you have to grieve. Those are two different grievings. They both hurt the same. Whether it's a friend, whether it's your man, your girl, whatever the case may be, they still hurt the same. We'll talk about them in a different episode. But healing is not shopping, buying yourself gifts, bubble baths, getting your nails done. Healing is unpacking what's in your backpack. Healing is breaking down the why behind the things you do. Why do I think this way? Why did that emotion come up? Dang, why did that trigger me? Unpacking. When you start to unpack those things and take accountability and be able to acknowledge when, why, what, and how, you're healing. And I think the thing is, when people hear healing, I don't know, it's become this like thing, oh, everybody want to be healing. But baby, let me tell you this. The reason why there are so many failed relationships, the reason why there are so many angry people, the reason why we stay in the past so much is because you need to heal. That's it. Healing is a you thing. Like I said, if something comes up, why did that trigger me? Why did that make me so angry? Why did I allow this person to get me to that space. That's not a them thing. That's a you thing. And the more I healed, the more I realized I had to go back like, baby, I just want to apologize for the way my behavior was, the way my attitude was. You ain't deserve that. Because I realized it was more an internal thing than it was a them thing. That inner mirror is, when you are talking to people, they're a reflection of your insides. Because the stuff you're allowing is how you treat yourself. So getting to a space where you can heal through the things that may have broke you, shattered you, made you cry, whatever the case may be, is not pretty at all. At all. You gonna get an attitude. If you're really healing, you are going to get an attitude based off the old you and the things you used to do, the things you used to allow, the things you used to say, and the things you used to accept. I've gone to therapy a few times. Not pretty. You have to, if you're in therapy, you have to really be open to accepting the feedback, giving the truth, because they can only help you so far based off what you tell them. If you're sugarcoating and, well, no, I used to do, they can only help you with what you just told them. So now you're not really healing because you ain't telling them the truth, baby. By the time you leave therapy, you like, ooh, I thought my didn't stink. No, I'm being so serious though. There is certain things when you can sit in your room and you can dissect and break apart just your day. You'd be surprised. Start from your morning. How did I go into work today? Did I open my mouth and say, I want to go to work, these people be pissing me off, I am not trying to be there today? Then you get to work. Oh my gosh, y'all irritated me today with these emails. Stop talking to me like my coworker be getting on my nerves. Whole time, you angry about something that just triggered you, but you're putting it on everything else. It's the job. It's the people at the job. It's the emails at the job. Trust me, baby, I'm not just talking to talk. I have been hurt, but I have worked through that. Still working through it. We have our days to go in. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be off today because it's really nice outside. I try to get to the point where it's like, I'm not saying I dislike my job. It just doesn't align with who I'm becoming. But I still go in and I do my work. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference when you get to a certain part of healing. Now, when it comes to healing, you are never fully healed. You are given tools to help you truck along that train. The next relationship you get to, whether it's a man, a woman, a friendship, now I know how to maneuver this relationship. Now I know how to work through when something triggers me that reminds me of the old self. Now I know not to pop off when somebody says something I don't like. Healing is not pretty at all. The reason why it's not pretty, you have to, you know how people point the finger and now you got these three pointing back at you? It makes you look at yourself so much. And you're going to realize 9 times out of 10, 20 times out of 20, it's you. It's you. So, I'm going to end you with, healing doesn't always look soft. Sometimes it looks like distance. And that doesn't make you cold. It makes you whole. Because it gives you a moment to look within. And guess what? Beauty starts within. So, if you've made it this far, I will catch you in the next one. Check up on the loved one. Tell somebody you love them. Pay it forward. Smile at somebody. You never know what people are dealing with. People deal with silent battles every day. So be a positive light and spread positivity. You know what it is. Live, love, laugh. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.